Good afternoon, everybody. Alrighty. If you want to see the spoilers first, then type exclamation spoiler. Otherwise, we're going to play some games. I'm going to play some more Shoulder's Great Discard. Let's go look at these cards real quick. All right, we got duress, and so we can get to our opponent's hand, take a non-creature out of it. Then we got Hopeless Nightmare to make them discard. Hey, D. Lawson, corrupt. Then Zoomy, Informant, and Virus Beetle. They all make your opponent discard a card. Towards it can get something off the battlefield. Coda's Pursuit and No Way Out, they both make your opponent discard 2 cards. However, with No Way Out, you get a 2/2 zombie with Decay, rendering inert to remove counters. And then we got Invasion of Aldrain, which gives us a fairy once it flips. Rankless Prank to make our opponent die. Ooh, nice! Congratulations! Rankless Prank to make our opponent discard 2 cards. Or sacrifice 2 creatures. Then we got Sheholdred's Apocalypse. Now, if we get Sheholdred on the battlefield and we get our battle flip, makes our opponent take 2 damage if they have 2 or fewer cards in hand. Then Sheholdred, when they draw, we all know what she does. She drains and gains. We got other Sheholdred in here just so we can get all the creatures onto our side of the battlefield when it gets to the last, after it flips and gets to the last chapter. And how are we going to get our opponent's graveyard big enough for Sheholdred here? Reach the multiverse. Then we got 24 lands for a total of 63 cards in this deck. Congrats for making Mythic. Alrighty. We got a new deck for today, this afternoon. I did say I had some ideas. Okay, Blossoming Turtle. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards. Then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So we got land rep within this card. The activate ability of lands you control costs 1 less to activate. The land creature you control gets a +1/+1. Nice. So the idea of this deck is for us to mill into our graveyard. Well, if we can mill into our graveyard, if we get Toxrill or Titan into our graveyard, or even our Archpriest of Shadows into our graveyard, we got ways bringing these out. One with Archpriest, Graveyard Shift. Bring Toxrill and Titan of Industry back. Then we got Urborg Scavengers, since we're putting stuff in the graveyards, which would be great. Then we got Bramble Familiar, because it will mill also. Then we got Brave the Wilds with Bargain. We don't really care about the bargain ability, but this lets us ramp. We got Dig Up just to search our library or get a land. Edict is in here just so we can make our opponent sacrifice a non-token creature, a token, or a planeswalker. And then we got Crawling Infestation, because it mills. And let's say we have this out on the battlefield, it'll mill, and if it mills a creature, we'll get that 1/1 intersect. Then we can play Bargain on the Brave the Wilds, and then turn our land to a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. Still will land. Anyway, then we got fight rigging in here also because it gives +1 counters, and we get to play something for free if we get the creature up to 7 or greater. So that's the deck. Then we got 10 swamps, 10 forest, and 4 restless cottage. Now this restless cottage will cost 3 if we have our tortoise out instead of 4, which would be great. Alrighty, let's see if this 62 card deck will do anything. See if it'll work like I'm hoping it works. We're going to try to play out of our graveyard. You doing all right, D. Lawson? Jams flams. Alrighty, we got our turtle. We only got 2 lands. We can get 3 with this to get our fight rating down. And we'll try it. Well, that sucked. Type in exclamation spoilers and we'll go over the spoilers.
Some have said there is no subtlety to destruction. Go on. Impress me.
No, we got our toxel out now. So if they make a creature, it dies. Oh, thank you.
Taught them everything they know.
I will give you all the time I can. A small gift.
We got us a board state. Decline. Let's see. We got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. We had lethal right there. Oh, such a good deck. Such a good deck. Nice. Do you want to see the spoilers, D. Lawson? Or anybody else want to see the spoilers? All you gotta do is type exclamation spoiler into chat right there. And then we'll go look at them. Then I'll give you my thoughts on the spoilers. I spelled it wrong. And that's what'll pop up if you type that in. You type that in, that'll let me know you want to see the spoilers. Just letting y'all, I have something to do with the stream too, to interact with the stream here. I've seen them, but I haven't really studied them yet. If that makes any sense. Since I'm into Commander now, then I'm gonna be looking at those cards too. Okay. See if this will work. There it is. Alrighty. Yes, all of them flash through here. Alrighty, let's look at the cards. We got Bringer of the Last Gift for 8. 6/6 for 8. Flying. The Bringer of the Last Gift enters a battlefield. If you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. Oh, so it's a 6/6 reanimator creature. So you got 8 land on the battlefield. You cast this. Let's say you got Toxtril into your graveyard. You cast bring. Yeah, Tox will cost less, I believe. But you cast Bringer of the Last Gift. Then your Toxrill and all your other creatures that's in your graveyard will come to the battlefield. Good Reanimator. Yeah, Discovery could be broken. I like this Bringer of the Last Gift. Boneyard Dracosaur for 5. 5 for 5. Dinosaur Dragon. Okay. That's flying. That's good. Has first strike. That's good. Now what does it do? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exile a land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If you exile a non-land card this way, create a treasure token. So it ramps you and gives you a creature. It can ramp you or give you a creature. One or the other. For 5. Not too bad. I mean, your little token can die to cut down. However, it could also ramp you. What? Not bad. Not too bad at all. Next, we got us a blue card. Waterwind Scout for 3. 2/2 for 3. Merfolk Scout. Flying. When Waterwind Scout enters the battlefield, create a map token. It's an artifact with pay 1 tap, sacrifice this artifact. Target creature you control explores. Not bad. The 2/2. Miner's Guidewing for 1. It's a 1/1 for 1. Bird. Flying Vigilance. See what's it do? When Miner's Guidewing dies, target creature you control explores. Reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Then put the card back or put it into your graveyard. Interesting. Next, we have Song of Stupefaction for 1 and a blue enchantment aura. Enchant creature or vehicle. When Song of Stupefaction enters the battlefield, you may mill 2 cards. And then it has that Descent, Fathomless Descent ability, which is a new ability. Enchanted Permanent gets -X, -0, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Not too bad. So it can be, it's removal. Well, it's not removal because you got that -0. But you can take a creature and pretty much turns it into just a blocker because it does that -X. Change the creature or vehicle makes it a -X. So you take a 5/5 creature, you play this on it, it can become a 0/5. That ain't too bad. I like this. And you can also mill 2 cards. So if you got graveyard shenanigans, this will help that. Not bad. Now, next up for 5, we got a 3/2 for 5. 4 generic and a blue. Dictac Echo. Spirit Cleric. When Dictac Echo enters a battlefield, draw a card. Descend 4, which I believe you have to have 4. Whatever descend does. I still ain't sure caught on to this descend yet. Anyway, Detect Echo has flying as long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. So, unfortunately, I think that descend is working out your graveyard. You put 4 cards in, you have 4 cards in your graveyard, you play this, then it will have to be a 3/2 flying creature for 5. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, at least it can gain flying. It can become a flying creature. Now, somebody exiles your graveyard, then this card will fall down to the ground, will not be flying. Just a heads up on that. Then next, for 4, we got a 4/3 for 4 black. Brood Rage Mycoid Fungus. At the beginning of your end step, if you descend this turn, create a 1/1 black fungus creature token with this creature can't block. We've seen that before from rats. Okay, that's all that does. It can create tokens. If you just put a card into your graveyard. Nice. Next we have a artifact idol of the Deep Kings for 3 with flash. When Idol of the Deep King enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Then it also has craft with artifact for 3. Exile this artifact. What you do, you play this. Let's say you got a treasure token. Say you have this, and with this deck, and with this card right here, and this card ends up making you a treasure. Well, you could take that treasure, pay 3, and put this on the battlefield for 3. Next turn, pay 3 more, pay 3 again to transform it into Sovereign's Mackerel. It's an artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, attach to target creature you control. So it's kind of like those Mirrodin cards. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Equipped for 2. It's kind of like Mirrodin. Well, heck, all I had to do was scroll down. Right there, the card is. Alright, then we got a mill card. Self-mill for 2. Legendary artifact. Throne of the Grim Captain. Tap it, mill 2 cards. It also has craft. But you have to craft it with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire. Ooh, so you gotta have... I don't like that. That means you have to have one of each onto the battlefield. And you have to pay 4 to do that. Exile this artifact. Exile the 4 from among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard. Ah, so you can do it from your graveyard too, so they don't have to be on the battlefield. Not bad. That makes it sound better. In return, this card transforms under craft only as a sorcery. And when you craft it, it turns into the Grim Captain. 7/7. So you get a 2. So you pay 2 to get a 7/7. That is pretty dang on good, dagblaggit. The Grim Captain 7/7 has menace, trample, lifelink, hexproof. Holy moly. Whenever whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. Oh my god! That is painful. Nice. Then we got a land cave green. Hidden nursery enters the battlefield tap. All your land caves enter the battlefield just like your creature lands. Anyway, you pay 4 and a green. I mean, you can tap this for 1 green. It's like a regular land. Or then if you pay 4 and a green, you sacrifice Hidden Nursery, discover 4. Activate only as a sorcery. Means you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. Cast it without paying its mana cost or put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. So you don't actually exile the cards. I mean, they go into exile. And then but then they come out from exile, go to the bottom of your deck. And you get to cast a creature with mana value 4 or less for free. Oh my god. That is terrible. And what I mean by terrible, that's good. Alright, it looks like we're looking at all the cave lands. Next we have the red one. And pay 4 and a red. I think you gotta pay 5 for each. 4 generic and the color it is. So you pay 4 and a red. You sacrifice Hidden Volcano, discover 4. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's see. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. Cast it without paying its mana cost or put it into your hand. Alright, that's the same thing as the green. Okay. Black, Hidden Necropolitus. Hidden Necropolitus enters the battlefield tap. Yeah. Pay 5, sacrifice it, discover 4. Let's see. Yep, same thing. It does the same thing. It looks like all these land caves does the same thing. Let you play a creature or a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. Yeah, I agree. 4 in the blue, Hidden Cataract, whatever you want to call it. Pay 5, discover 4. Mana value 4 or less, cast it without paying its mana cost. Yeah. White, Hidden Courtyard. Pay 5, discover 4. Cast without paying its mana cost. Yeah, they all do the same. All your caves do the same. Next, we got Chart a course. 4, 1 and a blue. Draw 2 cards and discard a card unless you attack this turn. That sounds like a planeswalker ability that we got in standard right now. Interesting. That'll help that deck. Next we got us a artifact for 2, treasure map. Remember seeing this in historic, so it's a reprint. Pay 1, tap it, scry 1, put a landmark counter on treasure map. Then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters and then transform it into a land. Then I'll tap for colorless. And if you have treasure, you can tap it, sacrifice a treasure, and draw a card. Not bad. Next we have, is that English? Yes, so. Next we have Bart Dolomai del Presidio. Vampire Knights. Sacrifice another creature or artifact and put a +1/+1 counter on this card. So they must be giving us sacrifice abilities. Not too shabby. Next we got Gillish, Sun's Avatar, for 5 red, green, and a white. 7/6. Has vigilance, trample, and haste. Nice. So it's a 7/6 for 8. Whenever Gillish, Sun's Avatar, deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield and the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just going to call out one card, Bart. Nice. That's going to be interesting play. Because it doesn't have a ETB. So you can cheat this out on the battlefield easily. And it's got green. Yeah, it's easy to cheat stuff out in green. Next we got Interpret Pathologist. Human Druid for 2. It's a 2/2 for 2. Tap it, add 1 mana any color. So it's a mana dork. Pay 2, exile target card from a graveyard. Ooh, mana dork with exile ability. Then you may cast dinosaur creature spells from among cards you own exiled with Interpret Pathologist. If you cast a spell this way, that creature enters the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Okay. If a creature with a finality counter on it would die, exile it instead. Oh. That's okay. I mean, you get a big enough creature, then it wouldn't be too bad. I cast a dinosaur creature spell, so you gotta have dinosaurs. That's what this card here requires. It requires to be played in a dinosaur deck. Dinosaur tribal. Next we got for 5 mana, 5 mana sorcery. Consume Confluence. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Search your library for a cave card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. So you can get 2 lands with this. Or you can put 3 1/1 counters on a cave you control. It becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. And you can also destroy target enchantments. Oh my god. That's a pretty good sorcery, but for 5, that's costs a little bit. Hey, Johnny. Next, we got us another cave. Colorless cave. Cavernous Maw. Tap for colorless. Pay 2. Colorless Maw becomes a 3/3 elemental creature until end of turn. It's still a cave land. Activate only if a number of other caves you control plus the number of cave cards in your graveyard is 3 or greater. Oh, so if you have 3 caves in your graveyard, then you can turn Colorless Maw into a 3/3 creature. Yeah, not too bad. Next, we got spring-loaded saw blades for 1 and a white artifact with flash. Gotta love those flash stuff. When spring-loaded saw blades enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target tapped creature the opponent controls. Holy crap! So it does 5 damage for 2, 1 for 1 generic and 1 white. Not too shabby. Then you could craft it with another artifact, which, you know, you take that and this and another artifact, pay 4, exile this artifact, and then it transforms into a 5/5 creature. Vehicle, that is. Blade Wheel Chariot. And it only takes 1 to crew it. This is a 5/5. However, from what I'm reading, tap 2 other untapped artifacts you control, and Blade Wheel Chariot becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So, with this, you can crew it for 1, or tap 2 artifacts that's not tapped. And you can crew it like that. So there's 2 ways to crew this. Interesting. And you only pay 2 for it? Nice. Next, we got a green card, or Merfolk Scout, for 1 green. C Note Scout. 1/1. Okay, 1/1 for 1. Not too bad. And when C Note Scout enters the battlefield, it explores. Reveal the top card of your library. Put that card onto your hand. If it's a land, otherwise put it a 1/1 counter on this creature and put that card back, or put it into your graveyard. Interesting. Now remember, stuff in your graveyard counts as descend. Yeah, Caves is a new land type. Next, we got the Ever-Flowing Well for 3. 2 generic and a blue legendary artifacts. Gotta be. Well, since it's legendary, it's gotta be good. When the Ever-Flowing Well enters a battlefield, build 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. Descend 8. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform the Ever-Flowing Well. Okay. Transforms into a land. So we got an artifact that turns into a land. Legendary artifact land. Tap it out of blue. Whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by the myriad pools, up to 1 other target permanent you control becomes a copy of that spell until end of turn. Oh my god. You can you probably can't get around legendary rule, but that's still a good card. Nice. Souls of the Lost for 1 and a black. Star +1. Star +1. Okay, is this any good? It's a creature spirit. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. Fathomless Descent. Soul of Lost power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, and its toughness equal to that number +1. So its booty is going to be 1 bigger than the strength. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. What next up, we got the Jade Light Spelunker for X and a green. It's 1/1 for X and a green. Okay. When Jade Light Spelunker enters the battlefield, it explores X times. To have it okay. So you can buff this up. So the longer you wait to cast Jade-like Sparkler, the more powerful it's going to be. But it's a 1/1, 1 green. If you are able to pay that X, however many times you play that X, that's how strong this card is going to be on the battlefield. I like it. Then we gotta say Spyglass Siren for 1 blue. It's a 1/1 for 1. Sounds reasonable. It's a Siren pirate with flying. And when Spyglass Siren enters the battlefield, create a map token. It's an artifact with pay 1, tap, sacrifice this artifact. Target creature you control explores. Activate only as a sorcery. So this creates a map token which will enable one of your other creature to explore, which will make it stronger. Next, we got us another legendary artifact in blue. What was that other one in? Blue. Also. Okay, this one is for 1 blue. The Enigma Jewel. The Enigma Jewel enters the battlefield tapped. Okay. Tap it and add 2 colorless. Okay. Spend this event only to activate abilities. Okay. Craft with 4 or more non-land with activated abilities. Oh, so you have to have activated abilities to craft this. And it costs 9 to craft it. Ooh, that's a lot. Well, if you do get that off, you'll get the Locus of Enlightenment. Legendary artifact. Locus of Enlightenment has each activated abilities of the exile cards used to craft it. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. Interesting. Where if you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, copy it. Ooh. You may choose new targets for the copy. Nice. Me too, but we got 2 weeks to do this. Then hit the mother load for 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7. 7 mana sorcery. Discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is less than 10, create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the difference. To discover 10, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with a mana value 10 or less. Cast it without paying its mana cost, or put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your bottom in a random order. Okay. So this will allow you to be able to cast a 10 cost creature for free. Holy crap. Well, actually, you gotta pay, say, 4, 5, 6, 7. You pay a 10 cost creature for 7. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Next, we got a Geological Appraiser for 2 and 2 red. 2 generics and 2 red. Human Artificer. Geological Appraiser enters the battlefield. If you cast it, discover 3. Which that is, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile non-land card with mana value 3 or less. Okay. So this does the same thing. Geological Appraiser does the same thing as hit the mother load, except hit the mother load is 10 or less. And Geological Appraiser is only 3 or less. Interesting. Next up, we got us another star creature, the Macro Tyrant, for 1 black and a green. And it has trample, which is good. The Macro Tyrant power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi and are sprawlings. Okay. Then at the beginning of your end step, create X 1/1 black fungus creature tokens with this creature can't block. Where X is the number of times you descended this turn. So every time you discard, you will create a 1/1 black fungus creature token that cannot block. Kind of like rats right now. Yeah, I can see it. It can grow once per turn. Urberek the Great Mistake. 3 blue black. Legendary creature skeleton warrior with vigilance and menace. It also has descent 8 for 6. So when return descent 8, you pay 4, 5, 6, 4 generic, a blue, and a black. Return Urberek the Great Mistake from your graveyard back to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. I reckon only if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, and only as a sorcery. A creature with a finality counter on it would die. It gets exiled instead. So it can come back for a second turn. And after that, when it dies, it's gone for good. Not too bad. It's a 6/4 for 5. 3 blue and a black. Alright, next up we got Malcolm. Alluring Scoundrel. 1 and a blue. 2/1. With flash and flying. Nice. That flying helps it. Makes it better. Whenever Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel deals combat damage to a player, put a course counter on it. Draw a card, then discard a card. If there are 4 or more course counters on Malcolm, you may cast the discarded card without paying its mana cost. Ooh. So, when it does combat damage to a player, put a course counter on it. Draw a card, then discard a card. So after turn 4, you would discard a card every time it attacks, makes contact. You'll draw and discard. And then, because it does not say may, so you have to do it. Meh. Not too bad. Last card you want to discard would be something big. Not too bad. Not too bad. Growing Rights. Next we got is the legendary enchantment for 3. When Growing Rights of topic enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. In any order. Then at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform Growing Rights transform this green card. Then it turns into a legendary land, Tiamat Cradle of the Sun. Tap it, add a green. Tap it, add a green for each creature you control. Oh my god. Such a good card. Such a good card. What was the requirements? 4 creatures. So you got 4 creatures. And This is flipped. Following turn. This gets flipped in the following turn. You can tap this for like 4 lands, 4 green lands. Oh man, that's good. That is a good card. Next, we got Restless Prairie, which is a creature land. They finished a cycle. They said that they're going to give us 5 more creature lands. Awesome. I'm on mythicspoilers.com. All right, next card. I got something big to say about it. Let's read it first. For 6, you got a 6/6 for 6. Legendary creature god with vigilance. If let me know if this reminds you of somebody. Another card that is. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control 3 times, that many of those tokens are created instead. When a Jarata dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transform under its owner's control. So once it's played, it's out there for good. Because it'll turn into this land. And then if you attack with 3 creatures, you can transform it back into the creature. Now, what other creature that we have in standard right now deals with tokens that's in white? There's a creature. Doubles your tokens. No, not Jace. I'm sure you'd play with this card too, Waffles. This card right here reminds me of, let's see. Not Wilds. Dagblag. I know you know the card I'm talking about. It costs 4 mana to play it. I'll have to bring it up on the game. Yeah, Mondrak, that's it. Mondrak. Alright, imagine. You have Mondrak on the battlefield. You have this on the battlefield. Mondrak doubles your tokens. That's 3 times your tokens. So that's boom. Your battlefield could blow up easily. Them two cards and a token generator. So this card right here will be going in a Mondrak deck. I guarantee that. It's so good with with the token generation. Nice. Next, we got us a Orzhov Ditto Fanatic of Zocha for 2 white and black. 4/4 for 4 flying, which is good. Where you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life. That is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. But if it's the second time, each opponent loses 2 life. If it's the third time, you get to create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. Not too bad. So, to get the creature, you gotta sack Let's see. You gotta sack 3 creatures. Not hard to do right now. Zombie. Put this in with zombies. Decayed tokens. You attack with 3 decayed tokens. Boom. That's 3 sacrifices. So that would work with this. Next we only got 3 more to go. Nabrulo, Ancestral, Echo. 1 white and a blue. 2/2 for 3. Flying, Ward 2. That's good. Ward 2. Then for 1, same price that it costs. 1 white and blue. Exile another target creature or artifact you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Can you say prototype cards? You cast a prototype, say it's a 3/3. Use this to exile it and bring it back on the bigger side. Like, a flash mechanic, a link mechanic. Interesting. I like it. Then they done, and y'all know that there's only going to be 1 planeswalker in this set. And they done gave us our planeswalker, which is right here. The elephants. Quartus Cond with 3 red and white. So they're going Boros planeswalker with this set. So for a 4 loyalty for 5 mana. And whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quartus Cond deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Can you say, and what do we have that operates out of exile now? You see where I'm going with this? The set we just got, Wilds of Valdrain, is going to work great with this card. Because you cast those spells, because when you play your adventure cards with this card, you cast that creature side of that adventure, it's going to come out of exile. So you play this, you play an adventure, then you cast it, and when you cast the creature side of it, you're automatically going to do 2 damage to your opponent, and you're going to gain 2 life. Not too shabby. Then +1, you get to create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Does not have flying. You think it have flying because it's a spirit, but it don't. -3, you get to discover 4. Then for -6, I call it the alternate, but ultimate. But ultimates ain't really ultimates unless they have those what you call it thing, emblems. That's what I think. Like all ultimates should have emblems. Anyway, the -6, you exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add red mana for each card exiled this way. You may play those cards this turn. Oh my god. So in other words, you do the -6. You exile 5 cards. You exile 5 cards. That's 5 red mana. So you can play something for 5 for free. If those cards that you exiled cost 5. But if they're all 5, say it's 5, and you exile 5/1 cost creatures, you can play all 5 creatures. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, emblems. That's what I was talking about. I think Planeswalker is going to have ultimate. It should have an emblem. Next, we got Shigeli, the Sun's Brilliance. For a blue and a red, 2/2. And for a blue and red, tap it, create a token that's a copy of another target creature or artifact you control. Except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. And I've seen another card up here that wants you to sack. Well, no, right here. But that's me making a 4-color deck. Because you got blue, red, black, and white. That'd be kind of hard to pull off. But yeah. So far, I'm hyped for this set. I mean, I especially like this legendary creature, this god right here. I especially like this god because it can get overpowered, and it can get your make your opponent scoop real quick because you can overpower your opponent easily with this card. So easily. We play this with wedding announcements. Wedding announcement puts 1 token out per turn. You have this out, then you play wedding announcement. You'll get 3 tokens per turn. And yes, Stokes, they said that we're getting 5 man lands. I am so hyped for that. Love it. It's like this one right here is a man land. Restless Prairie. Enters battlefield tap. Yeah, all man land enters tap. Pay 4. This turns into a 3/3 white llama creature until end of turn. It's still a land. Whenever it attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+1 to end of turn. Oh my god. Yeah, I was kind of upset with Wilds because we didn't get all the man lands or all the kind of decks we could make, but they are correcting that with this set. Yes, I'm so happy for that. I am so happy for it. But this card right here, it may cost a lot, but it is a way to bring other creatures onto the battlefield. And it's good. I love reanimating. 6/6 for 8. Bring all your Shaholdreds in. You bring your Toxrils in. Opt as an improved consider. Yeah. And this card right here will enable you to draw. And you don't have to discard if you attacked. Oh my god. You attack your opponent with a 1/1. They block it. You play this, you just draw a card, you don't have to discard. Because you attacked with that 1/1. Good draw card, that is. Alright, that's black and white. That's blue red. So they may have some stuff to help you that'll grow when stuff gets sacrificed in red and blue. Yeah, I agree, Johnny. I wish they did do blocks again. Right after I started playing Magic, that's when they got rid of the blocks. And here's some Jurassic World cards. Nice. But I can't wait to play Commander again. But I need to give me some card sleeves before I do. But out of just from what the cards spoiled today, if you picked one card, which would be your favorite card that you pick? Just from the cards today. I mean, your opinion will change while all the other cards are spoiled. I understand that. But my favorite card that they spoiled, let's see, is actually Growing Rights. That's actually my favorite that they spoiled just today. Because it seems like it's such a good card. All you gotta do is have 4 creatures on the battlefield. Which ain't hard to do. It's not hard to do at all. The reason why I like this, because when you can transform it, you get all the green mana that you need. You can play this and just bombard the, it helps you bombard the battlefield with creatures. But I'd say it's probably my second favorite. My first favorite would have to be this card right here. I like it the most just because of the token ability in it. This card with Bondrak is going to be busted. And when I do early access, whenever I find out what day it is, I will be making a Bondrak deck with this card. And that reminds me about how I do early access. Well, once I find out about early access, there will be a link. I mean, not a link, but a place in Discord where you can brew new decks with these cards and submit, and you can submit them, and then I'll run those decks on early access. Yeah. But anyway, that's good card. Good spoilers today. I am impressed. And also, this card right here. You want to know what else this will cast? It's down here. Another card from this set. That they spoiled a long time ago. Gotta. It'll help cast that land card. Will help you cast Gotta. It will help you cast Gotta easily. Then we got the red god here that turns into a land. But this card right here, I ain't too fond of this one right here. Not really. Not yet. So yeah, you pay 5, then you lose the creature. Yeah, you get the saga. After the saga's gone, it's over for this card. Unless you have a way to link the saga and turn into come and bring it back into the creature. But this is red, white, green. So I seen something up here that might just do that. I mean, it's a lot of good cards already. They ain't even done. Now that does artifacts. I don't know. There's ways to do it probably. Revel and Riches. Is that spoiled or is that a old card? But Yeah, they got some good cards. I wonder if they dropped anything else today. Sometimes they do. No, they haven't dropped nothing else. I don't mean they won't. Why are you saying Fallout? I don't want Fallout. Still saying Fallout Commander. According to this, there's going to be 233 cards. Yeah. It's going to be good. One of these, I think Cavern of Soul is going to be standard legal. Yeah, it's going to be standard legal. It enters the battlefield to the creature type. Add 1 minute of any color. Spend this on the cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. Oh my god. Nice. Alrighty. That is the spoilers for today. Alright, and that will be doing some more spoilers in the morning. So make sure you're back here at 9 a.m. if you want to go through the spoilers with me. We'll both have a first look on the spoilers. Yeah, you know they'll use that card so you can't counter their attacks. That don't mean you can't kill it once it hits the battlefield. And we do have the end standard right now, so if you hit that Atraxa with the end, it's over. Alrighty. Nice. So, what does everybody think about the spoilers that they've spoiled so far? Do you have a favorite card? Do you have a card you don't not want to play against that you like and do not want to play against? Hey, Colin. Yeah, these new cards are going to be good. Ah. Opponent goes first. See what we draw. That ain't good. But we'll take a little green. We don't have any of our reanimate spells in our hand. You hitting up for 7. Dag blag it. For 10. What are you gonna do, opponents? Oh, Lord. Dag blaggit. Didn't realize I could do that. Dag blaggit. That sucked. Dag blaggit. Dag blaggit. Excuse my language there. If anybody wants to play a game, just let me know. Wizard of the White Rose. Hey, well. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is better. Gonna get another green. Oh, great! They got blue. They play blue too. Oh, great. Ow. Hmm. For we got to block. Got to block. Got to block. Got to sack one. Couldn't get it working for her. Stag blanket. I had it working a couple times. Yeah. That might make that toxic deck worse. Alright, we go first. Good. Throw black down. Yeah, me too. Me too, Waffles. Me too. Hmm. Didn't know that car was in standard. Yeah, those cards are interesting so far that they spoiled. Hmm. Ay, 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 that's gonna hurt us. Toxrill. Now they're gonna bring that virtue down. Yeah, I'm taking challenges. Oh man. I had a 2-2. They refused to block because it has death touch. And brought back Toxrill. Yes, I am taking challenges. All right, I'm gonna run and grab me a bottle of water real quick while you do that. $114. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, what's going on now? All right, game, what the heck now? Don't do this again. I restarted. Did you update your game, Waffles? You may have to uninstall it and reinstall it again. And I gotta restart because it won't let me cancel. Jeez Louise. Dang blanket. This is ridiculous. The update might have done something too. All right. I sent the challenge to you. Okay. You can send the challenge to me then. Now I can't send a challenge. Dag blanket. All right, somebody. Let me see. Well, I gotta play Sparky for a minute.
Good game.
All right. Someone send me a challenge. Someone send me a challenge. This is ridiculous. Are you getting any kind of error messages or anything like that, Waffles? What all do you get when you try this challenge? Because you know, I was having issues. I had to uninstall the whole entire game and then reinstall it, and then it started working fine. It don't make no sense. I want to try something, Waffles. Or I want you to try something. Take my gamer tag, go up here to the swords on the main screen, and type my gamer tag in here. And then send a challenge. See if it'll work, if that will work. It might work like that, and again, it might not. I just don't know what's going on. Anyway, y'all want to know what I spend money on? I'll show you what I'll usually spend money on. I'll usually get this, this, and this. That's almost $100, and that's all I spend money on. Other than that, I don't spend money on the game. Hey, Alex, I'm trying to do challenges here, but with waffles, but having issues. If you want to play, then send me a challenge. Ryvax, yeah, that's it. Ryvax. Send me a challenge. I don't know if you're on. Yeah, I just went over the spoilers. I'll be going over the spoilers here every day, starting in the morning. I did it this afternoon because they just came out today. And then I will be looking at them on them again in the morning for more spoilers. Waffles, let me know if this comes in. Nice. Nice. Those spoilers were nice though. I will have to say that they're doing pretty good with this new set. Cards that they showed looks pretty good. They do. They look good so far. I mean, you take out one god. Let's see. All right, that one god that does the same thing as this. This makes twice that many tokens. That god makes 3 times the amount of tokens. You put this with that god, you start making with and making a token deck. It's going to be insane. That's going to be insane. I mean, Mondrak, that god. Oh my god. You know I got to build me a token deck for sure. And cascading dinosaurs. Oh my god. Boy, are we getting some good cards. If this challenge does not work, then we're going to go ahead and call the stream. I'm hoping it works. Yeah. That Pentalize, is that the that's that god I'm talking about, ain't it? But it's going to be awesome. Nice. Alrighty. Okay. Waffles, the issues are on your end. As we're able to play. Okay. Hmm. Dang, blanket.
I am the nexus of all that is. My voice beckons to all worlds.
You can have her.
Realmbreaker is too mighty.
Nice.
I am the nexus of all that is. Allies everywhere, stand with us!
Let's see, return.
Stay back! Break free and fight! Please, buy us more time.
Good game. Good game. Alrighty. Decompose. Oh, not gonna decompose. Waffles. You want to try it again? If not, I'm gonna get on off of here. It's already after 4. I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, double loyalty hurts. Big time. Along with broker's ascendancy and virtual loyalty. That's a bad combination. You get 2 loyalties on with one broker's, at least one broker's ascendancy on the battlefield. It's terrible. Nice. All right, I haven't heard nothing from Waffles, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, everybody. And Waffles, I hope you can get the game fixed. You may have to uninstall and reinstall the game again, which is ridiculous. Shouldn't have to do that. But you know, I was having the same issues, and that's what I had to do. I could play regular people, you know, not regular people, but you know, I could play some random person. But when it comes to challenges, I could not do it. The game would not let me do it until I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Then it started working right. So I'll be back tomorrow, unless I decide to do Path of Exile tonight. But if I don't decide to do Path of Exile, I'll see everybody back here again in the morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Later, everybody. Y'all have you a good evening.